Hey, well, good evening, everybody. Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network. Welcome back. Another week of spring football recaps, and another week we are back here live at Jimmy Hula's. I'm telling you, a food nirvana. Looking across this menu, well, we'll ask Coach Harold here in a minute. He just had some of the tacos. We'll ask him what he thinks about that, but we will continue. You'll see all week this week right here on Brevard Sports Network, another series of interviews. And these will carry on until the end of next week, until they are done. And we have talked to all 18 coaches, the 16, 11, and the 2 8-man coaches. And joining me here tonight is he is not a first-year head coach. He is at Calvary Chapel. If you know youth football in the south end of this county, then you certainly know this man right here. Almost 4 decades, Coach? Just about?
Been a long time.
Long time of coaching youth football here in Brevard County. He's probably forgotten more football than me or Caleb ever knew together. Please help me welcome the new head football coach of Calvary Chapel, Harold Dorgeloh. Coach, welcome, and congratulations on getting the nod down there at Calvary Chapel. Seems like an obvious choice to me. Let me ask you this. Why'd you want to be a head coach again?
Well, I'll tell you right now, Alan. Back in the youth days, I was head coach for a long time and everything like that. And the Spirit of God just moved me to do a little something different with my coaching style and everything like that. So I started making it more about the important things in life and everything like that.
Makes sense.
And ever since then, I've always had this dream of coaching, integrating biblical principles and football, and it's my 2 favorite things, Jesus and football.
Well, Coach, I can tell you right now, I've always believed Jesus was a football fan. He's got to be, the way he looks out for how hard these young men, and in some cases young women, get out there and play this game. It's a dangerous game, and prayer is an absolute big, one of the biggest things you see on Friday nights. Our Father who art in heaven.
Amen.
Everybody
Yes,
in a circle with their hands on the pads.
Yes, sir.
Everybody does it, Coach.
And it's the one thing that really unites us. There's a lot of other things, but it's such a glory to God to see the things He's doing.
Yeah.
In the sports realm. You see it all the time in March Madness.
Yep.
This past March Madness and everything
Absolutely.
like that. You see it more and more in the pros. So I'm really ecstatic about it.
Coach, you take over here. I know you were assistant down there last year with Coach Carroll.
Yes,
but
sir.
you're taking over a program here that has really done some really nice things over the last couple of years. I really I told Coach Handwork last week, I thoroughly enjoy the 8-man game. We enjoy broadcasting it, and we really, truly cheer you guys on. We used to text Coach Handwork. I used to text Coach Carroll. Make sure you text me what your scores are so that we can get you guys in the updates. You've coached the 11-man game your whole life, and now the 8-man game. What type of adjustments was it for you?
Well, it's more offensive adjustments, really, Alan. It's a little hard to get used to at first. But after a while, you really get used to it. Don't get me wrong, I miss the 11-man game, and hopefully someday we'll have the numbers and everything to move up to the 11-man game, and I think we will, because I'm going to tell you right now, T.J. Buckingham, our principal, our athletic team of Brandy Fronte, Stacy Rossborough, and I, things are growing. Things are really growing for us. We're updating our facilities. For practice facilities and everything. And this year I'm really excited about, we got our first we got our new weight room.
Very nice.
Available. So next week we're going to start summertime conditioning, 4 Quarters for Life summer conditioning program.
I like that.
But yeah, I'll tell you right now, it's exciting to see the growth at Calvary right now. And like I say, we're moving forward. But as far as the 8-man game, it's pretty much it's the same game. You block, you tackle, you catch the
Better
ball.
do it
you
a little
run with
quicker
the ball,
in
you
some
throw the ball.
cases.
Exactly. There's a lot more room on the field, of course.
Right.
But a lot of people, they look at, well, it's only 8-man football. It's only 8-man football. Well, it's the same game.
Right.
You drop.
No.
you drop your ends and there's one less guy in the backfield. But other than that, I mean, it's the same game.
You better hit, you better tackle.
Exactly.
And,
exactly.
If anything, it's a little faster, to be quite honest with you. Here with Coach Harold Dorgeloh of the Calvary Chapel Eagles. And, Coach, I've always enjoyed coming down there. We did volleyball for 2 years down in Calvary Chapel. Love the facility, love the place, love the people. I think it's a great atmosphere for learning and for learning about Christ as well. All right, let's talk. You won your spring game. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Kind of take me through that a little bit.
Okay, we played Four Corners Charter School over in Polk County, and like I say, a lot of this schedule was made before I got the job.
Yeah.
Traveling to Polk County.
Tough.
I would have much rather played Coach Hamburg up there.
Yeah.
At Merritt Island Christian, but it was tough driving over there. But I'm going to tell you something right now. We took 25 kids over there.
Wow.
And we've only got 2 rising seniors.
Okay. Young.
2. And I'm really ecstatic, and I'm really happy with the 8th graders that we have coming up, rising freshmen.
Sure.
And we took 6 of them over there. 4 of them started.
Wow.
2 of them got substantial. The other 2 got substantial playing time. We got to look at everybody, which I wanted to do, and we ended up with a W. Gavin Carson got a interception to seal the deal at the very end, but I mean, it was a positive experience. The vibe was good. The energy was fantastic.
Right.
And like I say, it was a hard-fought football game because as you know, last year Coach Carroll's is kind of like an open spread type of offense, and ours was more of a grinded-out offense.
3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Hey, you know what I mean? We emulate a lot of what Dan Burke used to do over there at Palm Bay High.
Right, sure.
With his offense, and I got Coach Mitch Brown helping me throughout the entire time, and Ron Welsh as well, and Brent Pitchard. But and my son-in-law Richie Hargraves helped me get through the
Richie.
Yep, helped me get through the spring season.
Gotcha.
But we had a good time.
Yeah.
And like I said, we got a good look at all of our kids.
That's good.
I'm really happy with what we got coming back.
What did you learn? What did you know? The first day of spring practice for any head coach is, and I'll ask every coach this question tonight. So, what did you learn? What did you find out about your football team by the time spring was over that you didn't know or didn't think you would learn about your team when spring began?
2 things. One, they are capable. They have got so much potential. Mm-hmm. They're so capable of doing really well this season, as young as they are.
Right.
And the 2 seniors that I have coming back are going to be great leaders, Aiden Bishop and Jaden Belmont. So, I mean, they're going to be great leaders for us.
What positions do those 2 play?
Jaden plays tackle. And he plays tackle on both sides of the ball. And Aiden Bishop's probably going to be our quarterback and
defensive back,
safety.
Yeah.
So, but honestly, Jaden's one of those players you can plug in anywhere and he'll learn the system. He's done real well for us.
That's the thing that people need to understand about 8-man football. Mm-hmm. It's Iron Man football.
Oh, absolutely.
You're playing. Look, you don't care if they're your quarterback or not. They're going to play both sides of the football because if he's got speed, he's going to be needed to cover on the other side.
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
and you only have a 25-man roster to work with anyway.
That's exactly right. Coach, anybody else you want to mention? I don't want to put you on the spot, but is there any other players that stuck out to you?
Oh, absolutely. Mykel Lee. Mykel Lee was he's 8th grade.
Right.
Well, I keep saying 8th grade, but they're rising freshmen.
Rising freshmen.
The rising freshman, Mykel Lee, he was our tailback. We got to get him in the weight room, got to get him a little heavier and a little stronger.
Sure.
But he's one of those West Melbourne products, I'm happy to say.
Yeah.
He's going to come along great. Let me see. Gavin Stewart.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, let's hear about Gavin.
I love Gavin Stewart, man. He is he's a joy to coach. I mean, he usually plays line. He's going to be running some tailback and fullback for us, but he usually plays line. And what I loved about his leadership, and he's only going into 11th grade, what I loved about him was when the game was on the line and we needed somebody to get spelled out on the defensive line and the offensive line. He was, Coach, put me in. I'm ready.
I'm ready to go.
Ready.
Put me in.
Yeah, put me in. I'll go. And like I say, I have a lot of unselfish kids like that. Pierce LaRusso, another one that impressed me during the on defense.
Gotcha.
Let me see. Oh, there's just so many.
Yeah, no,
I
as I say, I don't mean to put you on the spot.
No, but
yeah.
that's fine. But there's so many young kids. I'll tell you right now, we had a 7th grader play.
Wow.
Center for us, Craig Stewart, Gavin's little brother.
Wow.
Another West Melbourne product. Tough as nails. He came out there. I don't think he's going to play for us, though. I think he's going to spend
another
his
year.
last year out in West Melbourne.
Okay.
But, yeah, he's going to come, and hopefully he'll come to us the following season and help us out.
You are, for all intent and purpose, right across the street from West Melbourne Youth Football.
Yeah. I like to say that we're with the exception of some other school, Pineapple Cove. I like to always say that we are West Melbourne High School.
I like that, West Melbourne High School. I love it, actually. Because, for years there's always been that talk, right? Down that way. Coach, you spent so many years at West Melbourne.
Well, if I could steal a few from this guy over here, Mike, you know what I mean? But I don't think Coach Bill Palmer's going to let me do that.
I hear you. I absolutely love it. You spent so many years at West Melbourne. Every year I go down there, and we always kick off our youth football, previews with West Melbourne and Billy Palmer Jr. and Corey Durfus and those guys down there.
Great guys.
Yeah. What makes that program? A lot of coaches, a lot of coaches go down there. They watch on Saturdays. There's 2 or 3 places in this county you can find every high school coach on a Saturday. West Melbourne's one of them. What makes it so special there?
It's the tradition.
Yeah.
And like I say, everybody's like, oh, well, you're a good West Melbourne coach. Let me tell you something. Before me, there were so many men that built that program. The Buster Clarks, the Dave Orrs, the Jim Boyles, the Jack Pinellas, the Joe LaPointes. We've had so many great presidents lead that thing. Dan Platt, Buster Clark, Chris Lee, Keith Barton. There's just so many people to name out there. Jack Pinello was a huge
he won a lot of games.
Coach. Oh, man. But like I say, there's so many people out there in West Melbourne, and it's the unity of the family atmosphere, and that's what I love about Calvary Chapel is the family atmosphere that we have around our football team right now, and the vibe we're getting. And Coach Carroll started that.
Coach Carroll.
Coach Carroll's a great guy. I love Coach Carroll, and he started that within the system, and we're just trying to build on what he started. And, we're not going to make it, I'm not going to say, we're going to have it do it better. We're going to do it different.
Right.
But it's still going to build.
Right.
And hopefully we'll get something like Coach Hamburg up there. Our handwork up there at Merritt Island Christian's got going.
Win that SSAC championship. Coach, I tell you what, I absolutely love
awesome.
Every year that you guys have played, we've broadcast Calvary Chapel and Merritt Island Christian. And it was either last year or the year before. It was one of the best high school football games of the year we broadcast because it came right down to the last play of the game. And I think they came out with it on the other end. But it was just great football to watch. Coach, coming back in as a head coach, obviously you're an assistant last year. You've been around the game your entire life. At this level and the level above this level are so many changes. I'm curious to get your take on a guy that has – mentored a lot of young men in this county who have gone on to do some great things at the college level and, even at the, moving into the level beyond that. So I'm curious to get your take, Coach, on, how have you adapted to it and what do you think of all of it?
I'll tell you, it's one of the most rewarding things to me as a coach to see the type of young men that they grow into.
Right.
Like look at Marcus May coming back and doing things in the community,
Right.
with the May Day and everything like that, trying to give back to the programs and stuff like that. What he's done at Holy Trinity. Like I said, I had a text from Tay Farmer this morning. Coach, can me and Carlo Estranza do anything with your school? Can we come by tomorrow or this week or next week before we go back?
Both great players.
Can we help, give back to the community? And that's the thing. And that's not just me as a coach coaching these young men. A lot of credit goes to the parents too. The parents of these young men that bought in, came out to West Melbourne, bought into our program, let the coaches coach, and we let the parents parent, and it's a working relationship. And that's a lot of coaches. They say, oh well, sports would be great if it wasn't for the parents. Let me tell you something. I need parents.
Yeah.
I love parents. I love to have relationships with parents and stuff like that. And the parents, sometimes they'll call me out of the blue and say, hey, so-and-so just did this, or so-and-so just had a baby, so-and-so just graduated from law school. And I'm like, this is so phenomenal.
Right.
It is so great. And as a coach and a person, a lot of these other people, they say, well, how's your team going to do? Are you going to be successful next year? And the first thing I say is, the success of our team, ask me in 10 years when I see the people that they become, the community leaders, the parents, the husbands, and stuff like that.
Coach Billy from Bayside.
Billy Miller.
Coach
Yes,
Billy Miller has one of my favorite sayings. I'm not coaching the guys they are today. I'm coaching the guys they're going to be 20 years from now.
Amen. And our team pastor, Norm Holm from Calvary Chapel, was a chaplain for Billy Miller.
Right.
And he says nothing but I don't know him
Billy's
personally,
a great guy.
but I heard so much positive and great things about this man.
Billy's a great guy.
I'd love to meet him someday.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, he was on the docket tonight, but
right.
He's going to and good for him, he's going to a baptism tonight of his grandson. So congratulations on that, Coach Miller. Coach Billy Miller. I get Palmer and Miller. I hear Billy, I say Palmer, I say Miller.
Yeah, and then
Coach
there's little Billy
Miller,
and then there's Billy Senior. Right, yeah, sure.
It's funny you mentioned Tay Farmer and parents because he had one of my favorite all-time dads in Richard Farmer.
Richard, yes.
Richard was a great guy, and I loved talking to Richard Farmer.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad that Tay has reached out to want to come do something. As we get set to wind it down here a little bit, Coach, kind of take me through your goals and expectations for your team next year.
Well, as young as we are,
yeah,
it's experience. Of course, as a coach, I can sit there and say, "Oh, I want to win every
sure.
game I coach." Of course, that's just the flesh talking. I want to win at everything I do,
right?
Whether it be cards or anything. But realistically, I really want to evaluate our talent. I want to see the kids progress, and I want to develop the kids that we have.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not big on a lot of kids transferring in from other schools and stuff like that.
Sure.
Because I'm going to tell you something right now. Not everybody can play at a small private Christian school.
No, they
and
can't.
I understand that, and I get it. But I want the kids that want to be Calvary Eagles. I want from our 5th grade to 6th grade, 7th grade, I want to retain our kids. I want to develop Calvary kids, and I just want to glorify God and make disciples. But other than that, I'm going to tell you right now, if we take care of the little things, and I know it's an old cliche, if you take care of the little things, the big things will fall into place. And they will. I'm a firm believer in that. So
what would you say? You kind of gave your offensive style away a little bit, but if I said to you, Coach, what kind of a coach would you say you are? Like a man of God, obviously, yes. You kind of told us you kind of pulled the offense.
Not perfect, though.
Not perfect. No, man of God. But how would you describe your coaching style?
I care about the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes.
That's a West Melbourne mentality too.
Yes. It's a kid first. It's
right.
The student athlete first.
Yep.
I mean, what's good for him?
Yep.
I mean, I know what's going to be good for me. Okay, if there's somebody and I need them, but it's not necessarily good for them, I'm going to put the kids first.
Yep.
I'm going to put the child first, his faith first, and everything about him first. before anything that's good for me.
That's probably the best piece of advice you could
offer. I live
offer.
to serve others. So.
Yeah, serving others is the best piece of advice that you could offer.
Yes, sir.
Anyone really. This is a program that won 5 games last year. They made the playoffs. Got a playoff win.
Yes.
I remember last season. Yep. So congratulations, and Coach, good luck this coming season, and we will see you for the Merritt Island Christian game this year. Mm-hmm. And thank you for making the drive up.
Alan, it's a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
It's a real pleasure. Thank you so much.
That man right there, Coach Harold Dorgeloh. And we'll be back tomorrow night. We'll be talking to Mykel Benson from the Heritage Panthers. Have a great night, everybody.
Go Orioles.